chandeliers sparkled in the grand mansion, reflecting wealth and prestige that had taken years to build. Everything looked perfect from the outside: polished marble floors, gold-trimmed furniture, and halls wide enough to echo footsteps like a palace. But what no one knew was that behind the closed doors of this mansion, a storm was brewing, one that had nothing to do with money, but with love, respect, and a bond between a mother and her son. "Please stop, I beg of you," cried the weak yet dignified voice of an elderly woman. Her hands shook as she clutched the edge of the velvet chair. Tears rolled down her wrinkled cheeks, each drop a silent scream of helplessness. Her long silver hair, once cherished, once admired, was caught between the sharp blades of a pair of scissors held by her son's girlfriend. The young woman's lips curled into a smile, not of kindness, but of superiority. "Oh, come on, Auntie. Don't be so dramatic, it's just hair. You should be thankful I'm giving you a makeover. Honestly, you look old. Out of place. Armand is a millionaire, and you're still clinging to this village look." The scissors gleamed under the light, ready to slice again. The mother sobbed, clutching her hair like a crown about to be stolen. "Please, child, this isn't just hair. This is my dignity, my memory, my last treasure from my husband. Don't take it from me. I beg you." But the pleas fell on deaf ears, and just when the silver strands began to fall to the ground, the door burst open. Standing at the threshold was Armand, the millionaire himself, her son. His eyes widened in shock as he took in the scene: his mother trembling, hair scattered across the floor, and his girlfriend holding the scissors like a weapon of shame. His voice thundered, shaking the very walls. "Ma! What are you doing to my mother?" The mother's past. To understand the weight of this moment, you must know who Ayesha was. She wasn't always the woman who sat trembling in silk shawls. Years ago, she was a struggling widow, left to raise her only son after her husband's sudden death. Life had been cruel to her, but she had been fiercer. She stitched clothes for neighbors, scrubbed floors in wealthier homes, and worked long hours just so her son could eat and study. Her long silver hair was not a sign of age. It was a mark of resilience. She had never dyed it, never cut it short, because her late husband had once kissed those locks and said, "Your silver hair is my crown of love. It shows every battle we fought together." So when Meher held those scissors, she wasn't just cutting strands of hair. She was cutting into decades of sacrifice, love, and dignity. To Armand's rise, Armand remembered those years well. As a boy, he would see his mother's tired hands, the small cuts on her fingers from stitching, and the way she skipped meals to feed him. He remembered walking barefoot to school while his mother lied that she wasn't hungry, though he knew she had given him the last piece of bread. He swore to himself then one day he would give her the life she deserved. Through sheer determination, sleepless nights, and relentless ambition, he built his empire. He started with small businesses, reinvested every coin, and finally rose to become one of the city's most admired millionaires. The mansion was built not just for him, it was built for her. Every marble tile, every chandelier, every brick was his tribute to the woman who had carried him on her back. But love has a way of blinding even the sharpest eyes. When he met Meher, a woman of striking beauty and charm, he thought he had found someone who would stand by him the way his mother had. At first, Meher played her role well. Sweet, respectful, even affectionate toward Ayesha. But slowly the mask slipped. To the girlfriend's pride, Meher wasn't evil by nature, but she was consumed by pride. Raised in luxury, she never knew the sting of hunger or the humiliation of poverty. To her, appearances meant everything. She couldn't bear the thought of people whispering that her boyfriend's mother looked too old-fashioned. One evening, she had said to Armand, "Your mother needs to change. We can't host parties while she sits in her plain clothes with that long silver hair. It looks like she doesn't belong here." Armand had frowned. "She belongs more than anyone else, Meher. This house was built for her." Meher had laughed it off, pretending she was only joking. But in her heart she saw Ayesha as a blemish on her perfect picture. That Saturday, with Armand away on business, she decided to fix things herself. To the cruel act, "Auntie, trust me," Meher cooed, holding the scissors. "You'll look younger, modern. Don't you want people to admire you when they visit? Right now you look outdated." Ayesha's voice quivered. "My hair, it's not just appearance, child. It holds my memories. My husband loved it. My son grew up holding these strands when he was a baby. Please, I beg you, don't cut it." But Mir's patience snapped. Enough of this nonsense. If you won't agree, I'll just do it myself. And with that, she snipped the first lock. The silver strand floated to the floor like a fallen feather, and Ayesha gasped as if a piece of her soul had been stolen. The sun's shock Arman's heart nearly stopped when he walked in. He had returned earlier than expected, eager to surprise his mother with sweets she loved. Instead, he found her broken, hair scattered like ashes at her feet. He rushed to her, kneeling. "Ami, who did this? What happened?" His mother clutched his arm. Sobbing uncontrollably, she couldn't even form words. Arman turned to Mir, his eyes blazing. "You, how dare you? How dare you humiliate my mother like this?" Mir tossed her hair and replied coldly, "Oh Arman, don't overreact. I was just helping her. Look at her. She needed it. You're a millionaire, and she looks like she came straight from the village. I was doing us both a favor." Arman's fists clenched. "A favor? You call this cruelty a favor? Do you even know what this hair means to her? To me, every strand carries her sacrifice. Every silver lock is proof of the battle she fought for me. And you dared to destroy that." Mir rolled her eyes. "So you're really going to make a scene over this? It's just hair, it will grow back. Stop being dramatic." Arman stood, his voice steady but deadly. "No, Mir. This isn't about hair. This is about respect. You've shown me today that you care more about appearances than the soul of a person. You humiliated the woman who gave me life, who gave me everything. If my mother's dignity embarrasses you, then so do I." To the confrontation, Mir's face flushed. "So what are you saying, Arman? That you'll choose her over me?" Without hesitation, Arman replied, "Yes, always. I can live without you, Mir. But I cannot live a single day without honoring my mother. She is the reason I am who I am. If you can't respect her, you have no place in my life." Ayesha wept harder, not from pain, but from relief. She realized her son had not forgotten her sacrifices. Mir stormed out, slamming the door behind her, her pride more wounded than her heart. Healing the wounds that night, Arman sat beside his mother, gently brushing what was left of her hair. "Ami, I'm so sorry. I should have protected you sooner. I let love blind me." Oh, she held his hand. "Don't blame yourself, my son. I only feared one thing, that you might forget who you are. But today you showed me that you remember." Arman kissed her hand. "I will never forget, Ami. Not now, not ever." Days turned into weeks, and slowly her hair grew back. But more importantly, her heart healed, knowing her son still stood by her side. The public stand months later, at a charity event filled with cameras, reporters, and the city's elite, Arman took the stage. Instead of boasting about his wealth, he spoke from his heart. "I stand before you today not just as a businessman, but as a son. People call me a millionaire, but the truth is, I am nothing without my mother. She worked with her bare hands so I could stand where I am. Her silver hair is not a sign of age. It is a crown of sacrifice. If you want to measure true success, don't look at bank accounts. Look at how you treat the people who gave you life." The hall erupted in applause. Cameras flashed, but all Arman saw was his mother's smile, shining brighter than the chandeliers above. Final message: this story is not about money or appearances. It's about love, respect, and remembering the sacrifices that built us. Silver hair should never be mocked. It should be honored like a crown. True success isn't in wealth. It's in kindness, loyalty, and gratitude. Call to action, friends. If this story touched your heart, tell me in the comments. What would you have done in Arman's place? Would you have chosen your mother's dignity over pride? Don't forget, this channel, Be Kind Always, is here to remind you that kindness, respect, and love are the true treasures of life. If you believe in spreading these values, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another powerful story. Because wealth may fade, beauty may change, but kindness always remains.